Chapter 2, Hidden Profession, Undead Monarch. Lu Yan has awakened the Necromancer profession. His luck is really good. He's in the accompanying class but obtained a combat profession. TSK, so what? The Necromancer is still only the weakest combat profession. They can only summon a few skeleton soldiers. Their combat strength is very weak. That's right. There are very few Necromancers. There are basically no top-notch Necromancers. There are very few skills and techniques passed down, and they basically have no potential. However, it's not bad either. After all, he's in the accompanying class. It's already not bad for him to successfully awaken a combat profession. Lu Yan did not care about the surrounding discussion. The voice in his mind made his body tremble. System? When he first arrived, Lu Yan still hoped to have his own cheat code. However, after 3 years, Lu Yan was already in despair. He did not expect a system to appear. 6 years of body nurturing. The corner of Lu Yan's mouth twitched. No wonder his body was so weak. Even the blood essence tonic Sister Liuli gave him was not very effective. Previously, Lu Yan thought that his physique was too weak. Now, it seemed that this profession auxiliary system had been absorbing his nutrients. However, Lu Yan's attention then landed on the rewards. Second profession awakening. Exploit your potential fully and undergo a second awakening. There's a chance of awakening a hidden profession. Looking at the description of a second profession awakening, Lu Yan's heart suddenly pounded. Was there a chance for him to awaken a hidden profession? It had to be known that hidden professions were very rare. Basically, it was only possible to awaken when one changed a profession for a second or third time. Moreover, the chances were terrifyingly low. There were only a handful of people in the entire Dragon Country who had awakened a hidden profession. Without hesitation, Lu Yan directly chose to awaken a second time. A dark light directly appeared from Lu Yan's body, enveloping Lu Yan's body and fusing into the faint green light. Horizontal ellipsis. Old Wang, how's the situation in your class? 20 people in our class have already awakened combat professions. The form teacher of Class 7, Li Xiao, looked at Lu Yan's form teacher, Wang Mood, and asked. Wang Mood glanced at Li Xiao and said angrily, I only have 15 people who have awakened combat professions. Wang Mood knew that Li Xiao was here to show off. After all, there were very few classes that had more than 20 students who awakened combat professions. It was already relatively good if there were 15 to 16 of them. More than 20 was very rare. Li Xiao smiled when he heard this and said, only 15? Now, there are only some students from the accompanying class left. I think that's all. TSK, I'm afraid Teacher Wang will have to give up the title of top class from last year. Wang Mood raised his eyebrows. It's not certain yet. The university entrance examination results are the ones that determine the top class. Also, there aren't 15 people in our class who have awakened combat professions. There are 16. As he spoke, Wang Mood pointed at Lu Yan on the awakening platform. Li Xiao narrowed his eyes and looked. Then, he said in disdain, that's a student from the accompanying class, right? It's indeed not bad for a student to awaken a combat profession. Unfortunately, he's only a necromancer. Don't tell me you don't know the combat strength of a necromancer? Summon a few skeleton soldiers? This is reality, not a game. Demon beasts are not stupid. They won't only attack skeleton soldiers. With a necromancer's physique, he can probably bid farewell to this university entrance examination. Moreover, this student of yours looks very weak. His physique score is probably less than 10. He won't be able to do well. Wang Mood snorted and said, the university entrance examination results are not out yet. Everything is still unknown. Teacher Li, you should focus on your own class. Haha, I don't have any other intentions. I just came to chat with you. Since Teacher Wang doesn't welcome me, I'll talk to Teacher Wang after the university entrance examination results are out. After Li Xiao finished speaking, he shook his head and left, his expression very smug. Wang Mood looked at Lu Yan on the awakening platform and frowned. Although he was surprised to see a student from the accompanying class awaken a combat profession, the situation of their class this year was not optimistic. There were only 16 students with combat professions. Their class will probably not be selected for the top class this year. At this moment, A cry sounded from afar. Boom! A dazzling light rose from the profession awakening platform in the distance and slowly entered a girl's body. It's the advanced version of the warrior profession, Berserker. I didn't expect someone in the school to awaken an advanced combat profession. Generally speaking, a second or even third profession awakening is needed to awaken an advanced combat profession. If you advance a combat profession in the first try, your future will be limitless. I heard that other than the fixed rewards, the school will also distribute additional rewards for students with advanced combat professions. If only I had awakened an advanced combat profession. What are you thinking? Although an advanced combat profession is not as rare as a hidden profession, it's still a rare existence. Our school has only produced one in 10 years. When everyone turned to look at this girl, no one noticed the profession awakening light on Lu Yan's body flicker twice. Second awakening completed. Congratulations on awakening a hidden profession, the Undead Monarch. The undead power will be at your disposal at any time. A voice flashed in Lu Yan's ear, and the light retracted into his body. Lu Yan felt as if his body was filled with strength. Name, Lu Yan. Level, 0. Profession, Undead Monarch. Lu Yan checked his information. When he saw the skill column, he discovered that there were 3 more skills. Talent skill, Undead Intimidation. As an Undead Monarch, all undead will fear your might. When facing you, their attack and defense will decrease by 50. Talent skill, Netherworld Soul Devouring. As an Undead Monarch, you can devour the soul power of helpless creatures and use it to obtain 1% of the other party's strength. Talent skill, Undead Army. As an Undead Monarch, you can command a huge undead army. There's no limit to the number of undead you can control. Talent skills. People with combat professions either inherited their skills from the experience of their seniors or comprehended them themselves. Those who had talent skills after waking up were definitely geniuses. As for Lu Yan, he directly obtained 3 talent skills. Moreover, these 3 talent skills were very abnormal. It could be said that the Undead Intimidation gave Lu Yan an absolute advantage when facing undead creatures. Now, although there were not many necromancers and very few undead-type combat professions, there were many undead-type demon beasts. It could even be said that there were a lot of them. Lu Yan's talent skill was still very useful in the real world. The second talent skill, Netherworld Soul Devouring, was too abnormal. It was simply like the star-sucking art. Although it could only obtain 1% of the other party's strength, it was still extremely impressive. As for the third talent skill, it directly removed the upper limit of the number of undead he could control. It had to be known that ordinary necromancers could only control 2 undead in the beginning. The highest level necromancer was a level 65 necromancer. He could also only control less than 100 undead. Although they could increase the quality and combat strength of the undead, it was naturally better to be able to control more undead. Now, Lu Yan could directly control endless undead. Of course, although there was still some control restriction and he still needed enough strength to control more undead. However, with this talent skill, Lu Yan could completely build an undead army. At this moment, the system sounded. Congratulations to the host for awakening the hidden profession, the Undead Monarch, in the second awakening. The system will help develop the host's profession. The daily mission has now been activated. You can obtain the daily reward after completing it. Please check.